Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Good Coffee, Bad Pulse. I thought it was the 9th. I was typing in the date and it said the last night was the 7th, like the 9th, and I was like, I looked at the calendar and I thought it was the 9th, and I was like, where did the 8th go? I was about to freak out. Today we are drinking a Sumatra. It is the process is actually honey and well pressed or something like that. It's normally a lot of coffee I drink is the process is washed. This is not washed. I'm gonna have to look it up. So the different processes, I know what I should be tasting out of it, but I don't really know how they're done. So we're gonna nerd up a little bit maybe in the next week or so on coffee and figure out what the different processes of not brewing coffee, but of roasting coffee is. So we should learn that together. Today we are going to be opening some more up because we are. I know today is later than normal. I did warn yesterday that it was going to be later than normal simply because I just have, there's a lot going on at work right now. I just have a lot of things happening, and so, yeah. We are going to be streaming tonight. I think we're going to be doing, we are going to be doing, looking at Cryptic. I'm pretty sure we'll be doing Cryptic. I have created a print and play of a couple of decks for sorcery. I need to print them out. I need to just sleeve them real quick, which is obviously not a quick process. I have a ton of meetings. Just a ton of work to do, so we'll see where that goes. Breaking Point, Critical Strike, Brothers in Arms, Quelling Sleep, Strategic Planning. Ooh, we already hit our hit. My front door just opened, so my dog. Hey, come here. What's the matter? Hi, bud. Sit. I don't have anything for you. Cool, we already hit our hit. Invoke Dominia. This is a great card. Should be legendary, right? Yeah, it's legendary. I will say this. Morning, Devin. I will say this to any new game, for looking at making a new game. Don't use a keyword that's the same as a I'm just gonna ooh, Trade In is our foil. I actually enjoyed Trade In. That's a really good card in my opinion. Read the Ripples, Rising Resentment. Morning, Anarchy. I'm gonna go with there's no marble. Yep. Because we already hit it this box. Alright. So we did hit first pack. Oh, we hit it. Invoke Dominia. That's a good one. That's a good hit. Yeah. So we are streaming tonight. I think we're gonna play Cryptic. We do have a local that started getting into Cryptic. We're getting him in. What did you pick up in the TCG break stream again? In the TCG Breaker stream. I'm actually not sure what you're referring to. I do want to show off this. I don't think that was me. Maybe Mike did it. Mike and I kind of divide and conquer, and what's funny is we don't really communicate what we're dividing and conquering. We just sort of do it. So I started doing this morning show a few months ago. It was me and Muggin, but it was Mike, yeah. Yeah, what's funny is so I started doing this morning show a few months ago because, yeah, that's it. It must have been Mike. I used to do this morning show on Instagram. I have my own separate channel on Instagram. And I was doing a morning show like this where I'd open it up, have some music, let's just chill out for 5 minutes. So I just moved it over to YouTube. I didn't tell Mike. All of a sudden he's like, hey, I see you're doing stuff every morning. Good job. So like we do stuff, but like we never communicate. We're just more of like, hey, I'm gonna do this and it's gonna be on our channel, and that's what's gonna happen. I did want to show this. I got this last week, so we're gonna switch games here. I hate switching games, but I never open up Pokemon on stream because I open it up with my kids. I love opening up Pokemon with my kids. We had the funnest time. We opened up a handful of packs, and we had one of the new set, and we opened up this card. This is one of the coolest cards that I knew this was in the set. It's like $25 right now. For pack, if you know anything about Pokemon at all, this is one of the coolest cards I think that has ever been printed. So we got that. We got a couple others like rainbows are hard to get. We got this out of like was that Evolving Skies? I think it was. And we also got this Radiant, which is also harder to get. The Radiant, I don't know if you can see this, but look at the foiling on the Radiant. See, it does like a diamond sort of thing. It's hard to see because like it kind of moves up. It's so much fun. The Radiant cards are really fun. They're supposed to be like shiny Pokemon. But we opened up like maybe 7 packs, but only one of the newest set because they're a little more expensive. And we hit this. This is one of the more sought after cards. And this is the one I wanted, and I was like, I'm gonna have to buy it. And we pulled it. The new set, Crown Zenith. If you're into Pokemon at all, the new set is just a banger. It's one of the special small sets, so you can't usually buy single packs. When you can, it's more expensive. Like I think this is an $8 pack right now on our LGS, as opposed to 4 or 5 depending on the set. But man, you get cool hits like this. This is so cool. I've been diving more and more into the Pokemon competitive side of things. I haven't done any tournaments. I just do like Friday night Pokemon with my son, who's 6, by the way. He's 6 and he plays Pokemon really good. But yeah, so we have a fun time. So like this card isn't competitive. This is a collector's. This is what Pokemon does really good, is that they throw in really cool cards like this for the collectors. I'm never gonna play this in a competitive deck. Never. This is a terrible card, but it's one of the coolest cards to pull. So Pokemon, I think, has it right. And if Lorcana does anything like Pokemon, which looks like they're trying to copy Pokemon, them doing this right here, something like this, where they have like cool alternate arts, or this isn't even alternate art, this is not the actual card. Or actually no, this is a secret rare, I think. Yeah, this is a secret rare. So it is an alternate art. So secret rares, what they are is they're obviously rares, but they aren't numbered. So you see this is 160 out of 159. So it's technically not in the set. It's a secret. It's a secret rare. But like I want Lorcana to do something like that. I think Lorcana is going to be awesome. Obviously we haven't seen any gameplay. We have no idea. But just from seeing the cards, it's beautiful. The artwork's beautiful. The why Pokemon lasted as long as it has is because people are. Can I see Lorcana having an online client? Potentially. I think Disney would be silly not to do one, especially if the game catches on, right? Like you look at Pokemon TCG has an online client. They have for like 10 years. It's never outpaced, competitive playing stuff. Like Pokemon, I think, is the perfect blend of online client meets this, because I think MTG like forces too much into MTG Arena. Pokemon is a perfect blend. My online client doesn't really replace my collection, because with Pokemon, I want to collect cool pieces like this. When I'm on my online client, I want to play competitively. If I pulled this, which I actually do think I pulled this on my online Pokemon account, I don't care. I don't care about this. This is not going to be played in any deck, so I'm going for specific pulls. I'm going to craft them, whatever, because now they're switching over Pokemon Live. But when I pull this in a pack, a real pack, I care, right? And so I think Lorcana would be silly not to do an online client long term, especially for like competitive scene, but it's never going to fully replace paper, because while in Magic, it's all about the gameplay, and I want to play competitively, so I want specific cards. You know, and they have like serialized and things like that. My characters in Pokemon, I care more about those than I do in Magic, right? I think Magic has really lost something. They missed the mark on some things, which was a lot of these planeswalkers, like they're always promoting them in storylines and trying to drive it, but you haven't really like attached to them like you are. You've been watching Carter for 25 years, for instance. So I could see them having an online client, and I don't think it would ever take away from paper, simply because if you do some special things like special printings like this for characters that like Pikachu's never really that great, you get Flying Pikachu, which is in some competitive decks right now, but overall like he kind of goes in and out of being kind of competitive, and this is not competitive at all. But you do that, you're gonna get all the people buying the paper, you're gonna get all the competitive players testing out decks online, and you're gonna get that beautiful mix that Pokemon has done a really good job, and why it's been around for 25 years, of papers for collectors and obviously for playing as well. But if you're doing competitive scene, you go to the online client to test out your decks, to try your theories, and then you buy the cards, right? Like, get an online client, get all that stuff. It's really easy to get all that stuff, and then you buy the packs. Right, makes sense. It seems all TCGs have varying degrees of collectability, competitiveness, driving the market. Yeah. But they've done, what the difference is this IP lives beyond the TCG, right? Magic IP doesn't live beyond the TCG. They're now attempting to, but it doesn't, right? Flesh and Blood, it does not live beyond the TCG. Until they come out with a Netflix show, which he's reluctantly has said no to, because he doesn't want to. James Wright said he doesn't want to grow too fast. Those characters are never going to develop beyond the TCG. Thus, I know Flesh and Blood has they don't want to do an online client anyways, because an online client would take away from their game. It would, because they're all about being competitive to the top notch. Pokemon is not. So Pokemon is about having the cool cards for your collection and your binder, the ones you want, and then, hey, I want to play competitive, let me go online. Yeah, two different facets. And you are competitive in paper, don't get me wrong. We have a lot of fun. It's fun holding the cards and playing with my son and playing with competitive decks. Like, that's just a lot of fun. But yeah, I think Lorcana will be smart. Ravensburger is a smart company. They're very smart. I mean, they've kept Villainous alive this long. A game that when it came out, basically said, it's not going to be any good. Yeah, Magic to me was seemingly pivoting to collectors on the paper side and competition intro on the online side, but got caught in the middle. They did. And the reason why is because they don't have an IP outside of the card game. That's the problem. For me, like the online client, which looks like Cryptic is doing, which makes me want to learn on the paper side before. Yeah, Cryptic, I'm going to be very curious with Cryptic, because their online client, I think, is going to grow their game, but I'm just wondering how that's going to work overall. because that's another one that doesn't live outside the game. But Cryptic, I mean, they've been doing tournaments and they want to be competitive, but they're not like FaB where they're like, we are the competitive game. No, they're more like, hey, let's have some fun. Let's go to a bar. Let's play, right? So you can test your decks online, do all that, but the whole point of Cryptic overall from Tanner is like, let's go to a brewery and play, and we don't need dice, right? So I think Cryptic will be fine in that sense, because hey, I can't go have a drink with my buddy and play Cryptic, which is what he's trying to promote it as on an online client. Anyways, everybody have a wonderful day. Be good to yourself, be good to each other. We will chat tomorrow. Thank you, Devin, for a great conversation today. I'll see you tonight. Anybody who's up and around, check out our stream. We're gonna be doing a couple of different things. I think we're gonna hit